Yahe. Greetings, dear ones. Settle as we help the medium get out of the way. Her mind was busy. And so we gather again. Ground yourselves, relax, release. Settle your energies. Listen to the symphony outside. The medium was thinking how last year her windows were open when this sound, as you call them, the cicadas, had their symphony going one night when we were working with all of you. And it's in the background for people to hear. It was cooler then. But you can still hear. Those of you present, and perhaps those who may be listening later. The symphony of life. Each of you have your own symphony of your own lives. The creature making that noise outside has a very short symphony. So its masterpiece, it is playing its masterpiece one time. Your masterpiece unfolds over what you will call your linear time. It is not an instant or a moment, but it is an unfoldment, a journey. For as you experience and learn and grow, your viewpoint changes, your consciousness expands, and your symphony sounds different than what you thought when it first began. You keep editing, or perhaps a more appropriate term would be you continue to write it as it unfolds in your now space. Many of you, in the past, in your lives, you could perhaps, as this medium did, she would have visions of things that would happen in her future. And sometimes it would be a week or two or a few months or a year. And some of them came to pass. And other visions that she had did not. Because the energies changed. The same was with all of you. Perhaps you thought or sensed part of your life symphony unfolding in a certain way, and now it is different. Yet you continue to play your music. You continue to sing as you did with joy. We want you to remember how you felt when you began this night and you gathered. You were laughing and you were joyful. Carry that vibration forward in your symphony. And it won't matter what unfolds before you, because your symphony will be filled with joy and love and laughter. And as all great symphonies, and perhaps you could think of what they use in the operas, there seems to be a crescendo and some sort of what would appear to be a tragedy moment But everything always comes together in the end. So we're reminding you now that your symphony, as it unfolds, has highs and lows, peaks and valleys, surprises, bumps. Yet you continue to play your song, your heart song, dear ones, your spirit. Your spirit, although it is housed in this physical form, doesn't experience the ups and downs as your body does, your emotions. It is as though bearing witness, and the soul level consciousness is expanded by this discernment and perspective, you could call it. Your spirit doesn't suffer. Your spirit is light, is vibration. What you call suffering is perhaps the mental state of focus and the body's realignment to manifest in the physical what frequency match is in the mental and emotional. The spirit is beyond the physical and the mental and the emotional, yet in the body, your spirit chose to have these experiences from many vantage points. For you know, when you leave this body, you are whole. It is a shell. It is temporary. It allows you to create consciously, while all sorts of interesting bumps in your road challenge you to clarify your desires, to clarify the song within your heart, and to create the symphony of your life while you are here. For you have had other symphonies before, many lifetimes. And perhaps you will again, but perhaps not here on this world. And so it could be a very different type of symphony experience than what you are having in this density. You may wonder why we are discussing this tonight. So many changes on your world in frequency and in consciousness. Those of you here and those who may be listening later are consciously aware to varying degrees of your expanded nature. We're reminding you that you are not this body. You are not your thoughts. You are not your feelings. You are a vibrational being of love and light, having a dense experience through this vehicle that you call a body that gives you sensory inputs, emotions, feelings, thoughts, all sorts of experiences that you couldn't have otherwise. And you chose to have this joy of life symphony experience, the roller coaster ride, to expand your sense of self perhaps on other levels, to perhaps understand concepts in this density that are more difficult to experience at a different frequency of being. You came here to assist the frequency of humanity and this world as it evolves because of your desire and your heart and your love to be of service. Even though you knew it would not be a lot of fun. But then again, dear ones, you get to choose how you see things. You get to choose your perception of your reality. No two people, as this medium likes to say, even twins, identical twins, don't think the same way. They have, especially if they are separated at birth and raised by different people, they will have very different values. They may have similar traits and habits, perhaps, from their genetic makeup, but they will still have their own perception of reality because they each have their own body, even if it is one soul split in two. They each have a different experience, even with an energetic connection at a higher level. And so understand that each of you, as you walk your path, your symphony is unfolding. And there will be times where the dun 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 seems to be a tragedy or something challenging is coming around the corner, over the hill, so to speak. And then you look, and the sun comes up, and a new day dawns. And you focus on what you're grateful for, regardless of the circumstances you perceive yourself to be in. You choose a vibration of gratitude. And that vibrational tone sets your day, at least the start of it, until you choose to change that vibration. And so you are playing in the symphony of gratitude, or we should say the vibrational tone, since we are discussing music of sorts. So throughout your day, your vibration changes based on your emotional state, what you experience. And so the musical tones change as well if it was to be represented as a symphony. Each day you're writing music for your life. Understand and know that when you awaken each morning, you get to choose the type of music you wish to focus on for that day. It can be playful, it can be joyful, it can be sad, it could be angry, it could be doom and gloom, it can be all sorts of combinations thereof. As you go about your day, we ask you to just pay attention to how and what frequency you are playing with your body, for that is the instrument that you have. The musical tone is your frequency, and your body is the instrument. that you play, that you vibrate, that you tone while you are in these forms. And even the instrument itself changes a bit. Gets a little rusty, starts to break down, needs a little oil here and there. It's okay. It still plays, doesn't it? You can still create a masterpiece. Perhaps not in perfect harmonic tone, but your vibration is what you are offering as a musical tone, not the physical form. Doesn't matter how old an instrument is, you can still play music. It doesn't matter how proficient you may think you are or aren't. You are more proficient than you know, because you have decades and lifetimes of experiences. This physical form you call a body is a gift from your Creator that allows you to discern the frequency that you are emanating into your life and your world with each moment. As others have said, with each step you take, with each breath you make. And however that song finishes. We ask you to, just as others have mentioned previously, to be aware. Conscious awareness of self will tell you what you are creating by your vibration, what sort of symphony you are playing in your life. We know that there are challenges on your world. There always have been, there always will be. That is part of this density experience. But all of you have had challenges in your lives, not knowing when you were in it how you would overcome, how you would thrive, how you would improve your life and change. Yet you always have. As this medium has been told before, and the beloved Dr. Cruz told her before, and she has shared the message. And we want to emphasize this, for it goes very well with this theme. There is no thing greater than you. You are a powerful being of light and consciousness. You are a creator by your vibration. And sometimes your conscious mind has no idea why you have created something in your experience. But when you get in a neutral state and you look back as though playing a movie, as we have done many times, and you look back and see what the predominant frequency was in your life before something challenging may have occurred, you can learn from that experience. Pay attention to what you were vibrating. Change the frequency. Create a new symphony, a new chapter. Turn the page. Begin again. And refocus your frequency and your thoughts and your attention in a direction that makes you smile, that makes you sing, and maybe dance. And that is how you move your energy out of a lower vibration into a higher vibration. And from that conscious choice to change your vibration and focus on those higher vibrational emotions and frequencies, you have already put in motion the creative energies toward your desires that bring you those frequencies. When you think about your desires, your goals, things that excite you, if you feel sad or disappointed, then you are to stop focusing on that, because you are just giving more negative, we don't like that word, more lower vibrational focused energy to something that you wish to experience. And so you are actually creating the opposite of what you desire. The only way to create something you desire that makes you smile is to smile when you think about it. Not frown when you think about the lack of it or not having it yet. For in that instance, you are focused on the opposite of what you truly want. Does that make sense to you? Are you asleep? Have we knocked you out? We want you to understand the difference. You must know what you don't want, and you must know what you want. And focus your frequency in the appropriate vibrational alignment. Start small, because you have to practice on small things to prove to yourself that you can do it consciously. Because your world, your system, your teachers, your parents, even though they did the best they could with what they knew, for they did not know what we are teaching you, they taught you to focus more on the negative, the lack, the disappointment, and to disbelieve in yourself and your power. Because that keeps you small. That keeps you from, what's the phrase? One moment, the medium's thinking. Not rubbing things the wrong way, but rocking the boat. You're taught not to rock the boat, right? If you were in a boat or something, the phrase is don't rock the boat, be still. Don't mess anything up. Don't upset the status quo. And we say, status quo is what someone else told you to do. Status quo is what someone else wants you to believe for their benefit. You stay aligned with your heart space. You stay aligned with your spirit connection. And you follow that frequency, that heartbeat within you. Leave status quo behind, for you have had enough of it. Stand in your power. Embrace your creative abilities from excitement and awareness. For you already know how to create what you don't want. You were taught how to do that. It takes some unraveling within your being, consciously, to unravel it yourself. It's like an energetic mental knot that the more you practice consciously creating, 1, then 2, then 3, then 4 times, and more small things, that knot begins to loosen, and that program that you were taught begins to unravel, because you begin to create a new program for yourself in belief, in knowingness of your power. We are working with all of you right now to unravel some of these knots. Feel our presence. Let stuff bubble to the surface that does not serve you, and hand it to your guides and to us. They know, your guides know you very well, your own personal guides. They know exactly what is going on with each of you. And they will work as the intermediaries for us to unravel exactly what each of you needs. For we can work with all of you from the higher realms, but coming into this density takes some doing, eh? We are here, yes. And we will be present with each of you as the unraveling unfolds in the days and weeks ahead. For this is just the beginning of our work with you. We have not been here before in this context. And yes, in a way, there was a recalibration. Mm-hmm. New beginnings for all. It is good. Take a deep breath and anchor in our energies. Allow anything that does not serve you to go down that grounding cord. Flush it out. Like the trash, the mental trash that it is. You throw out your garbage weekly in the physical world. Yet your world forgets and has never been taught to throw out the mental thought trash on a regular basis. But once you do it, you don't go back in the trash and put it back in, do you? No. It's gone, it's gone. Just take some identifying as to what, where, and how the trash is entangled in your mind, in your thoughts, in your vibration. Your spirit is beyond these. These are held in the denser form of the body. That is why sometimes when we work and others work with all of you in this form, the energies may seem to overwhelm the physical, and you sleep. Temporarily, that is. It helps You could say it aids in an easiness, easy, a gentler way to assist you. And so fill yourselves with Creator's light, golden stream of light shower in through the top of your head, intending to fill any crevices where any energies in your being, your body, your emotional layers, all of your energy layers, anything that was released, allow this golden light to fill in any voids. And keep filling with the golden light. As you gain more clarity in your thought forms, thought focus, as you create your day symphonies, perhaps keep a log or a journal as to what you're creating and how you're creations are unfolding, so that you acknowledge what you are consciously doing. That will assist you to stay focused and to remember what you are actually focused on, or choose to focus on is more appropriate. So now that you have filled with gold, dear ones, expand your being into the being ball of light as you have done many times. You will shift now to the healing of your world. Dear ones, allow yourselves to anchor in this energy through your being. The higher aspect of you, the expansive being of light, intend your consciousness to go out around the grid on your world while your body stays present and your feet anchor the energies into your earth. You are above and below. You are a spirit and a body at the same time. You have done this many times. There are many joining around your world on the grid. Those in the gallery who have been listening are also assisting, as well as the angelics and the masters and many we shall call them beings of light from many realms, many worlds. Many gathering to assist, and we are all anchoring this beautiful golden light from Creator, divine wisdom, flowing it through your soul consciousness, by intention, flooding the grid around your world, allowing that lattice structure to fill with golden light. Imagine your beautiful Gaia, your planet, being surrounded by a globe, a grid, golden light, in all directions of space and time. And as this grid fills around your world, the energies are anchored for the collective to connect to receive the wisdom that they need, each of the individuals on your world, as they are willing. Now allow that connection from your higher being through to your body to fill your body with gold, and let this liquid light go down through your feet into the earth grid, flowing through the ley lines until that grid within your world is lit up with gold as well. Allow these energies to flow, dear ones, as above, so below, for all life, for all beings of consciousness, plants, animals, people, of all realms. The elementals, all life on your world, the land and the water, soaks up this golden light, helping your Earth Mother with her transformation, her healing, her light, and her love. Blessed be, blessed be, blessed be. It is done. Receive these energies for yourselves, dear ones. Imagine, visualize your friends and family being filled with this golden light, your pets, anyone who comes to mind. They will receive whatever they are willing. You are simply offering from a space of love and compassion. And as above, so below. Envision your beautiful earth filled with golden light from within, and radiating this golden light glow out into your universe and beyond, all directions of space and time, to affect all life, everywhere. For all life is connected, all worlds are connected. What happens on this world affects many others. That is why so many of us are here helping you. Now, dear ones, gently, ever so gently, make your way back into your physical forms. You may need to roll your shoulders a bit. Take a breath as you anchor your energies back into this denser form. Our blessings to all of you. We thank you for the work and for being present for the lesson. Create your symphony, dear ones, from a space of joy and excitement, for you never know what's around the corner. Blessings to all of you, and we will speak again soon. Good night.